G'day guys, welcome to another episode of Sailing for Power. We are in the stunning Sydney Harbour and we're just going to show you around. We've sailed up from the Port Hacking the other day and we're going to spend about a week or so here before finally heading north, so enjoy.
So we're in Sydney after getting back from JB. We have done a bit of house sitting and we're ready to go, but it has been raining basically since the day we got back on the boat. 16 days straight now of rain. Everyone's over it. There's been really bad flooding up in northern New South Wales. We've got 40 to 60 knots predicted tonight. We're currently tucked up the southwest arm in Port Hacking River, which is an amazing anchorage. It's a bit of a hurricane hole. It's protection from every side on it. We've got about 100 meters south of us, which is where the wind's coming from. And there are just waterfalls everywhere around us. There is literally dozens around us right now. Michael, how are you feeling?
I'm over it.
Michael's missing a tooth. That's how bad it's been. I've knocked him out, kicked the tooth out.
Pulling my own teeth out.
We'd really hoped to share some of our hometown of Port Hacking. The river skirts the southern side of Sydney and the Royal National Park and has some absolutely beautiful anchorages with access to some decent diving when the water isn't mud. It was going to be a very long time until the water cleared up, so we decided to cut our losses short and finally start making our way north again. After saying goodbye to family and friends and finally relinquishing our mooring at Dolan's Bay Marina, we were more than ready to get the hell out of here.
It's official, Michael. We're finally leaving.
We're out of here. Cannot believe it. Almost a whole year we've been there.
More than a year.
More than, just over a year.
Crazy. Never thought we'd be here for a year when we sailed in, did we?
Well, we told Phil, yeah, maybe 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
A year later.
Oh, it feels so good to be moving again.
Yeah.
You get that feeling every time you're moving.
Yeah.
It's this overwhelming happiness feeling.
Raising the sail was like being at the airport when you're about to get on the plane.
Same feeling. Sailing off without a tooth though.
Yeah, that's right.
You've noticed. But I'll be back in a month or so to get that sorted.
No plans to sail this far south again anytime soon, we figured we should probably check out Sydney Harbour on the way by. Also, with plenty of flood debris hanging around, we were keen to avoid any night sailing for a few weeks. The harbour's only 20 miles north of Port Hacking River, so it's a perfect little shakedown as we finally started our adventure north.
What have you been reading?
Always comes in handy. Old Mark.
Checking the coal regs?
We haven't seen this many sailboats for a while, so I'm just touching up on my collision risk.
There is a lot of sailboats in there, Michael.
Look at those things. They're doing like 20 knots.
There is so many boats. I cannot explain how busy it is. That was so close, it's not funny. Not a doubt in my mind, this is the most stressful time we've ever had on Popao that didn't involve 40 knots of wind. This is friggin' wild. There are boats everywhere. Oh, we nearly got cleaned up by one of these wasps.
What is that marker?
No idea. Yeah. Crappy anchorage?
No coral sea, but the novelty is not lost on me, that's for sure. Have a look at that.
Oh, I just anchored off the Opera House steps, Harbour Bridge, and what is it? Botanical Centennial? I don't know. Botanical. I think they're botanical gardens. I'll have to have a look. live here all your life and you just take this stuff for granted. What a beautiful city we live in. So nice. Glad to be stopped. Far out. That was intense coming in the harbour there. Michael's shaking. Are you eating your feelings?
Straight onto the beer as soon as we got here.
We're the only boat here. Can you believe this? Well, we had a lot of messages last night about people concerned about us sleeping here. It is a really busy harbour, so there's a lot of wake, but it was actually really calm. The ferries stop at midnight, but I think anywhere from about 10:30, 11, it just got really calm. We were asleep by 11, I think. This is what it's been like all night. Sleep here again, Michael?
Yeah, I would, for sure.
Yeah, do it once.
I'd do it if we brought people here. I probably wouldn't choose to stay here again.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome to be able to wake up and look at. I looked out the window. Jessie wanted to sleep in the other room last night because she could look out the window and see the opera house, and I was like, no, I'm just going to stay in the normal room. The boat swung around and I got the view anyway.
I know, I was dirty with you.
Time to move, more exploring to do, and we've got a concert to go to.
Yeah, so we're going to watch Peking Duck this afternoon. You won't be joining us because copyright issues.
Copyright. You can watch the footage and then we'll just leave it blank.
Yeah. All right, the anchor's up. We're ready to go, and there are boats everywhere. Timed that well, Michael.
It was literally, we looked out this morning and we thought the harbour was just like a ghost town, and then we lifted the anchor and 5 ferries just appeared. Must be that time of day.
I ran around this morning. I did 7K run, and there was like no one. The city is just empty. But obviously we're a sleepy city, and everyone's up now. Bunch of boats out.
After checking out the concert, we were off to a cosy little anchorage that would let us get off the boat and head into the city.
Okay, so we've walked into Chinatown. Michael? It's busy, hey?
It's like a ghost town to what it used to be.
Yeah, well, COVID?
COVID,
and
yeah.
tramline?
Well, I don't think it's to do with tramline, just COVID, no tourists. After businesses had to shut down, I guess, because they couldn't keep up with the rent.
And it's been, this is absolutely mind-blowing to see how empty the streets are. Yeah.
Anyway, we were at a Asian grocery here, and we just loaded up on all the hard-to-get ingredients. There's still kombu extract we need to find, but there's plenty of them around, so we'll have
MSG, and MSG.
Liquid MSG, it's different.
We grabbed a mooring at the fish market. It's an awesome little spot.
Anchor,
yeah, we're anchored at the fish markets, and you can just walk in to Chinatown, and it is an excellent little spot to do some reprovisioning of all the delicious foods. And we're going to go find some lunch now. But the Emperor's Puffs place is still open. You have to get these if you're ever in Chinatown. We're going to go get some lunch, and then I'm going to come back and get a bag of those. They're the best. I'm so happy that they didn't close down. This is heartbreaking. There's so many stores that are just empty. This used to literally be like stepping back into Asia, didn't it? Just you walk down this street and it would be bustling little Chinatown.
What's that place that shut
It's
down?
empty. Michael's really sad because food court.
Where are we, Jess?
Oh, thanks Jules for the recommendation, but this is amazing. It's one of the just little Sydney secret hole in the little Chinese restaurant. It is that bloody good. It tastes like just garlic goodness. Chinatown noodle restaurant. So look it up. We'll show you that.
$10 noodles. Is that good? And I got the fried rice, my old weakness. Feels better. Yeah, so that was it. Chinatown noodle restaurant. Bloody good. And
Don't
cheap.
get the fried rice.
Yeah, get the noodles that Jess got. It's amazing.
Yeah. The main dish.
It's like $10.
How we met, Michael?
That street lamp. It's holding me up.
There.
Or I was holding that street lamp
you meant to
up.
say you were holding the street
Holding
lamp
that
up.
street lamp up, and Jess took advantage of me in my drunken state. And she's held me captive ever since.
Yes.
Help.
Help. Blink twice for help. Yes. They'll be hot straight out of the oven.
Oh, this
They're
steamy.
piping. Yeah, I was going to leave. Feel yourself?
Not bad.
I'm scared to.
Yeah, alright.
Oh my gosh, just as good as I remember. Like a little fluffy pancake stuffed with custard. I don't know what we call them. Oh yeah, that gooey scent is really, really hot.
There goes my taste buds. Burnt off.
Well, I think that's, I think I've had enough time in the city. It's basically been based around eating the whole day, sourcing food and eating. We walked in here, it's about 2 k's from the anchorage, and we're going to jump on the tram back because we're both buggered. We've probably walked about 10 k's.
Is that all it was? 2 k's?
2.5 k's,
No
yeah.
way.
Yeah,
More than that.
2 k's. So you wouldn't believe it, but we're actually up in the middle of Sydney at the moment, Homebush Bay, and there's 5 wrecks here. They're all protected, they're all historical. They were actually dragged up here in the 60s and 70s to a boatyard to be scuttled, and the boatyard just disappeared, leaving all these shipwrecks behind, which was sort of a bit of a burden, but now that nature's taken over there, just so cool to look at. We just sent the drone up, got some really cool shots, but you can come out here and there's a walking trail, there's a bird park or something if you're interested in that sort of stuff. But yeah, there's 5 big wrecks. There's a HMAS, I'm not sure of the name, but it was used during World War II, and then there's a couple of unnamed ones.
This one here was built at Cockatoo, that one?
No, that's the other one. This is just a SS something, but yeah, steamship or something.
From the 40s, right?
No, the HMAS, I'm not sure of the name, Airfield maybe? I've got them mixed up, but yeah, the HMAS one, which we'll go and have a look at in a second, that was the one from World War II, which was I think this might have been a tugboat. I have to double check. There's 5 wrecks, so it's a bit confusing which is what, but yeah, very cool, and definitely worth a check out if you're in the Homebush area.
We only came to pick up our composite gas bottles.
So we came to get our gas bottles from Rydalmere. So it was a 10 nautical mile run up the river. Thought on the way, let's have a pit stop and check out the shipwrecks because I've actually never seen them. So it's pretty cool. Definitely worth a look.
So we've been anchored here in Blackwattle Bay in the heart of Sydney Harbour. It's been the best little anchorage, like right opposite the fish markets, 4-knot zone, jet skis fully banned in the harbour. So good. But yeah, like we've got this nice running track. I've got my sister's place, Jenny, just up the road. Light rail, we've put the light rail into the city. Had so much awesome food, Chinese, Asian groceries. We've had nice Cantonese noodles, awesome Thai place just up the road. Been over to the fish markets, left the tender locked up there all day, or just at the ferry wharf here. Super safe. Yeah, we took a nice 20 nautical mile tender ride to pick up some gas bottles up the Parramatta River today. There's a water dock and fuel dock and pump out like just around the corner. It's just been such a good anchorage. You know, you've got fireworks, you've got the city, Anzac Bridge. It's like right in the middle of all the hustle and bustle. So as far as cities go, it's been great. And we're going to move on to Rose Bay tomorrow. Start making our way out of the harbour to get ready to go push north. So we're going to stop in Rose Bay, and there's Josh Nyland's charcoal fish. It's kind of like a spin-off of the Fish Butchery restaurant, if you guys know anything about that. This guy's doing amazing stuff with fish. He's doing like a charcoal chicken shop that with like Murray cod and all sorts of awesome things like that. Yellowfin tuna cheeseburgers, so we're keen to check that out.
How excited you are about that one.
Get this journey started again. It's been over a year since we've been cruising properly.
What's the goal for 2022, Michael?
Goal for 2022, well, we've got big things planned. A lot of upgrades have happened on the boat, and we're ready to put them to good use. We've still got to get an iridium for satellite weather, because we're going to try and get to the outer Coral Sea and eventually go up the Cape and off to Indonesia. So super exciting and a bit intimidating, but you know, gotta do it.
Making up for a year in lockdown.
Yeah, so it's been a long year stuck in Sydney, so we're really looking forward to big plans and hopefully take you guys with us.
Next episode on Sailing Popao. We endure our second flood for the year and do our best to make the most of this very wet situation.
I reckon that's the best one we've made.
Well, we were just leaving the boat ramp and this guy asked us for a lift out. Not really sure what the story was there, but he coated the boat in water, and luckily I picked my bag up before he threw himself in.
Jess wants to dry her hair.
Yeah.
I told her she shouldn't let her hair dry because we've already got one.
Nuts. The boat stinks. Everything's wet, so I want to even blast the lounges with that and dry them.